y'all, so today I'm going to be doing my spring book haul. For someone who's done barely any reading this year, I've gotten a lot of books over the past few months. In fact, I believe I have a little bit over 20 books to haul today. So without any further ado, let's get into it. And I'm gonna be trying to go in mostly chronological order, but like it's possible that we're gonna get out of order here. I don't remember when I got most of these. First up, and I believe the first 4 things that I bought in 2018 are the last 4 books of the Battle Royale manga series. This is volumes 12 through 15. I am really enjoying the series. I have read the first 7 volumes. These are based off of the novel Battle Royale by Koushun Takami, which I absolutely love, and I'm hoping to read these soon. I know I say that a lot, but I have plans. Also, this one is driving me crazy. I might replace it. I got all of these used, so like I expected them to not be in amazing condition, but just the fact that this spine does not match any of the other spines because it's so worn, it just bugs me because look at them. They're all so nice and neat in a row. They're all the same color with like minor differences, but still, they're all the same color. This one is a little bit too worn. I don't know. I might replace it, which is dumb. But still, I really like this series and I want them to all be matching. And then since it's right beside it on the shelf, I also got this edition of Death Note. I believe this is called the All-in-One edition. Basically, this is the whole Death Note series in one book, in one volume. Like, and it's got this really cool box. As y'all might be aware, I mean, I would assume you're aware since it's in the background of all my videos, I love the Death Note series. I have the black editions, but I saw this and I really loved it. I'll take it out of the box and it's really pretty. I really like this like dark kind of distressed effect that it has to it. It's really cool. It is like, I'm worried that I'm going to like break the spine really quickly, but it's very floppy. I don't know, I just really like this. I thought it was a really cool addition and I thought it would be a cool thing to add to my collection. Next up is The Circle by Dave Eggers. This is a book that's been on my radar for quite a while. I've been really curious about it. I have heard kind of mediocre things. It sounds cool. It was adapted into a film with Emma Watson, but I don't remember the film getting a ton of buzz. I don't know. I'm very iffy on whether or not I'm actually going to read this, but it sounds really cool. It's very dystopian and it centers around a social media company and it deals with like privacy. So like it just all sounded very intriguing and I'd been meaning to pick it up and I saw a used copy for pretty cheap and so I went ahead and got it. So over winter break, I actually went to several bookstores with my family because we go to a lot of bookstores and they also know how much I love books. And I found a book that really, really excited me, and that is The Book of Life by Deborah Harkness, and it is a signed copy. It is signed literally on the first page. I thought that was really cool. This is a series. This is the 3rd book in a trilogy that I've been wanting to read really, really badly. The first book is A Discovery of Witches, and it sounds super cool, super intriguing. I saw this signed copy and it was in the same edition as the first book, so now I just need to get the second one and read the series. Another one that, like I always say, I'm going to get to it soon, but this is another one that I have plans for. Honestly, a lot of this like haul, I have plans for these books. Like seriously, this might be my most exciting book haul to date. Like I am so excited about so many of these books and like I have plans for a lot of them. Like I'm being vague, but you'll see soon. Ish. I also got The Fate of the Tearling by Erica Johansson, which is the 3rd book in the Queen of the Tearling trilogy, or Tearling trilogy. I don't know what the title of the trilogy is, but the first book is The Queen of the Tearling. I liked it. I read it a couple years ago. I've been meaning to continue the series. I'm not 100% sure if I'm continuing the series for sure, but this was like a $5 hardcover, so just in case, I got it. To be perfectly honest, I can't remember if I've already shown these in a book haul, so apologies, but I got one of these for sure right before winter break, and the other one I think I got over winter break. So if that's incorrect and I have had these for longer than that, I apologize. I'm bad at keeping track of these, but it's books 2 and 4 in the Falling Kingdom series by Morgan Rhodes. I got this right before leaving for winter break, and I think I got this one over winter break for like a buy 2 get the 3rd free deal. I think I got it for like $5 or $6, I think. So I think I got both of these recently, but like I don't know why I'm being so forgetful today. Next up, I got The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón, and this is a book that I've been meaning to get forever in this edition. Look how stunning this is. It is one of those books that originally I was going to get mostly just because of this cover, because it's stunning, but the premise has like started really intriguing me, so this is definitely one that I'm very excited about. The next book on this list is one that I have finally read, and that is A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. It was alright, the series was alright. This is the third book in the Shades of Magic trilogy. I liked it, it was fine, and I now have a copy that matches my other 2 copies, so yay. So I would like to note that I made a list before starting filming this video of like the books I needed to talk about, and as I'm going through, I'm realizing that there are more books that I totally forgot I'd purchased since the last book haul. And 4 of those are the first 4 books in the Lux series. I forgot that I hadn't had these editions. I had like a bind up and then I didn't have books 3 and 4, so I got the original like single copies of the first 2 books, and then I got the 3rd and 4th book. So I have the full series now. I had a bind up of the first 2, but I've unhauled it. So I have all these. I totally forgot I got all these since my last book haul. Can you tell how out of the booktube loop I've been for the past few months? Just like everything's going right over my head. Apologies for how much of a mess this video probably is. Next up is Three Dark Crowns by Kendare Blake. This is a book that's been on my radar ever since it came out, and it's been really intriguing to me, and I found an inexpensive copy at a used bookstore, and especially lately it's been really intriguing me, so when I saw this I had to pick it up. So then 1Q84 happened. If you didn't know, 1Q84 popped up in my TBR Shelf Unhaul series, and I finally read it, and I really loved it. That's 1Q84 by Haruki Murakami, and that's when Murakami happened to me. So I really enjoyed that book, and I wanted to immediately read more by Murakami. So obviously what I did is I bought 3 of his other books, and still haven't read them. So those books are Norwegian Wood, Hard-Boiled Wonderland and the End of the World, and After Dark. At this point, I honestly just really want to read every book that he's written because 1Q84 was so interesting and unique and different, and I wanted to start with these 3 because they were the ones that most intrigued me. This is the one that I'm most excited to get to. After Dark, the cover was really cool, and I also was really intrigued by it. And then this one was suggested as like a starting point for some of his like specific types of his novels. I believe this was like the more like weird ones. I don't remember. This was suggested as a starting point for one of the types of his novels. So I got this one too. These are also books that I have plans for. Ambiguous plans that you will hear about soon. And then when I talked about Murakami to my best friend Sarah, who I've mentioned several times on this channel and who has appeared on this channel quite a while back, she mentioned a book that she really liked that she read quite a while back, and it's also another translated Japanese book, and it is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. Although this is a novel by a Japanese author, it takes place in England, and it deals with people who went to school together as kids and then they're now adults and like secrets are coming out. It just sounds like everything that's like right up my alley right now, and when she said that she really liked it, I was really excited because like obviously I trust what she says about books, so very intrigued to pick this up. Another one that I have plans for. Apart from translated Japanese works and boarding school books, another thing that has been really intriguing me lately is like really complex and thought-provoking novels, and one author that I've seen constantly kind of described that way, and I've seen like their books be talked about in that way, is David Mitchell. And so I got the 2 that sounded really intriguing to me, which were Cloud Atlas and The Bone Clocks. I feel like the star ratings on Goodreads on these are kind of mediocre, but the concepts really intrigued me. It sounds like both of them are like following multiple plot lines that interweave together, and it just sounded really intriguing, and I'm curious to pick these up. Honestly, I don't think I could tell you what each of them individually is about, but they did sound really cool. Helpful, Kristen, I know. I believe this one is one of the ones that follows like multiple different characters. I think this one is 2. I don't remember. They both sounded really cool and kind of complex and intricate and intriguing, and that's something I've been really gravitating toward lately, so hopefully I pick these up soon. I kind of have plans for these. Not quite as definitive as the ones I've had for the past couple, but kind of. The next one that I got was How to Build a Girl by Caitlin Moran. This is one that I've seen over BookTube a lot, and this is one that sounded cool. It deals with the 90s and grunge and potentially feminism, I think, so sounds pretty cool, pretty intriguing. I found it at a used bookstore. I got it. So now fast forwarding to present day, as in like this week, in which I have purchased 5 new books, mostly from Barnes & Noble, because I have no self-control. This is kind of why I've been getting back into the reading mood, is because I was doing some of my stuff for my TBR Shelf Unhaul, and I was watching some BookTube videos, and I saw some books that really, really, really intrigued me, and so I bought them. One of them I was already curious about, but it kind of fits in line with stuff that I've been wanting to read lately. Another one is just kind of random because I was in a specific mood. And the other 3 are ones that are recent releases that I'm really excited about. So let's just jump into it without rambling anymore. So this is the kind of random one. I was kind of in a nonfiction mood, and I wanted to pick up a nonfiction book that sounded cool. And so I got The Psychology of Harry Potter. This is one that I saw forever ago. I saw it at a Barnes & Noble, and I almost got it, but like this was when I was first dipping my toes into psychology as my like undergrad dual major. I dropped psychology, by the way. But this was one that I was very intrigued by then, and I remembered that it existed, and I was like, oh hey, a nonfiction book. This one could be cool. And I read the summary and I was like really intrigued, and so I decided to pick it up. And then the next one, which had already been on my radar for quite a while, was Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire. This is one, like I said, been on my radar for a while. I feel like this is really, really popular on BookTube. A lot of people have read it. It's a very tiny novel. It deals with a boarding school, which is something I've been gravitating toward, and like some sort of mystery. I'm not sure if it's a murder mystery, but some sort of mystery, and another thing I've been gravitating toward lately. So this is another one that I have plans for. A lot of these I have plans for. So now moving on to the new releases, the first of which is People Like Us by Dana Melee. Not sure if that's how you pronounce her name. I tried to look it up and I couldn't find anything. Anyway, this sounds super cool. It deals with like a private school and like some mysteries and a murder. I think you're seeing a pattern here in my reading, and this is one that's really, really intriguing. I've heard fairly mediocre things about it. The reviews have been like, it's exciting, but maybe the ending is kind of a letdown, or like the overall mystery wasn't as great as it could have been. Either way, sounds cool, right up my alley. I decided to get it. Then the second to last one is the first book in a new YA mystery series, or trilogy, I think. I think it's a trilogy. And that is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I have never read a Maureen Johnson book. I have read like her writings in the like Cassandra Clare universe, but I've never read a book by her. And now I am. The main character of this book is like really, really into true crime, and she starts attending a school for like, I think people who are like really gifted in a certain area, and she's trying to solve this like 80 to 90-year-old mystery about what happened to the family of the guy who started the school. The reviews I've seen online have been pretty good for this, and so I'm very intrigued by this. It's a boarding school book, or like some sort of like private school, either way, and it's like a mystery, so like everything is lining up for this book. It sounds super cool. I'm very, very excited. And finally, we've reached the last book on this haul, which is possibly the one I'm most excited about. I heard the premise for this, and I think I actually screamed. And then I immediately went out and purchased it. Like, it was not even a question whether or not I was going to get it at Barnes & Noble. I was not patient enough for that. I went directly to Barnes & Noble and I got it. And that is Nice Try, Jane Sinner by Leanne Olkey. Side note, thank you, Leanne, for putting on your website how to pronounce your last name, because I would have gotten it wrong otherwise. So first of all, when Kat from Katie-tastic reviewed this book, or like talked about it in like a wrap-up, she said that the main character is like her Slitherclaw, like some sort of Slitherclaw thing, like it's a Slitherclaw that she looks up to, and that would have had me on its own, because I'm a Slitherclaw. I'm a Ravenclaw, but I am a Slitherclaw. I've gotten a hat stall multiple times. Anyway, I digress. But the premise is fantastic. Our main character has kind of like a shady past that she's trying to hide, as she starts at a new school, which is like a community college, and she's in this like program, and I mean program as in like TV show, that the college is like putting on and like creating, that is like Big Brother. Side note, if you've ever seen any of my like summer videos that I've made, I talk about Big Brother a lot. I really like Big Brother. I really like strategic like competitions, and so like it's kind of a little bit mystery-esque because like she has this backstory that from what I understand is like something that the reader is not privy to. And also it takes place like at a college, and also the main character is a Slitherclaw, and also it's like Big Brother. I'm literally speechless. This sounds perfect. I have plans for this. I don't want to wait for the plans that I have for this. I'm gonna try to, but I have plans for this. I'm screaming internally right now. This sounds so cool. I'm probably hyping this up too much, but I'm so excited, and I've heard pretty good things about it. So like, that's it for the haul. Honestly, I just kind of want to go read the Jane Center book now, but I'm going to stop myself because like I said, plans, which you will hear about sometime in the next couple weeks. I don't think it's as exciting as I'm like hyping it up to be, but like I'm excited, so y'all should be excited. That's it for this book haul. That was the last book. It should be, because I got way too many books. I should probably put myself on some sort of book buying ban or something. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, those are all the books that I've gotten at the beginning of 2018, and hopefully I will not be getting too many more in the near future, but it's possible. It's possible there are a couple books on their way to me right now, but I can't show them to you yet because they're for something that you'll find out soon. It's not the thing that I've been hinting about this entire video. It's actually not. Something totally different, but something possibly even more exciting. I am hyping this up way too much. I'm hyping stuff up way too much. It's not actually as exciting as I'm making it out to be, but like, I'm excited. So again, hopefully y'all are excited. I'm gonna end this now before I keep rambling even more. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, Twitter, and Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!